Welcome, Nerdfighters. So this video is going to be about the American Dream. But first, I want to give you an update. I am still sick. I still have the tiny chickens in my head. The allergens in the air are really giving me a problem here recently, making it hard to breathe and whatnot. That's first. Second, I wanted to congratulate John Green and the cast and crew of The Fault in Our Stars, who won Best Movie of the Year at the MTV Movie Awards last night. Awesome. Support John, support the books, support the movies, do everything you can. Lastly, the American Dream. I was thinking about the American Dream earlier today, and I decided I wanted to talk about why I think the American Dream is ridiculous. I've been researching and compiling information from things like the U.S. Census, U.S. Bureau of Statistics, and things like that, different organizations that their job is to inform of the statistics and what's going on in America. What I found was horrifying. We all talk about the American Dream. The first thing that comes up when I Googled the American Dream is a national ethos of the United States, a set of ideas in which freedom includes the opportunity for prosperity and success and an upward social mobility for the family and children achieved through hard work in a society with few barriers. Oh, American Dream! That's all well and good. That's not the American Dream. In another video, John Green talked about how inequality will prevent innovators from getting the opportunities they need to succeed, and that the smartest and most skilled people lose that in America. So whenever I was looking up this information, I came across a lot of statistics. For example, the average American has $25,000 in student loans. The average American owes $10,392 for a car. That's a lot of money. The average American owes at least $100,000 for their house. Digest that one for a second. $100,000. You total these up, you're looking at over $135,000 in debt. That's not including credit cards. In the United States, the New York Fed reported that there are over 410 million credit cards in the United States. That's a lot. The United States only has a population of roughly 320 million people. That averages out to 3.7 credit cards per person, with each having a balance of around $2,000. The average American, the New York Fed posted, the average American owes $7,950 on average between 3 credit cards. This is bananas, people. $7,950. Come on! The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released this year the new unemployment rates. March of this year, 2015, the unemployment rate was 5.5%. When you work with the numbers and figure out how many people are still employed or were employed last month in the United States, it's around 17 million people. That's the average population of New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, Boston, Dallas, Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Kansas City, and Nashville, Tennessee put together. That's how many people don't have a job in our country. That is simply astonishing. It should not be that way. I don't know what to do. Now, I am guilty, of course. I have college loans because I wanted to go to school. All of the things that I have, TVs, cameras, laptop, things like that, I paid for. I don't have credit cards, okay? I filled out one application, and that was so I could get an apartment. I've been fairly successful, and yes, I've had support, of course. My family would not let me go hungry. But the facts here, nonetheless, are crazy. Over 17 million people without jobs last month. The odds are you came into contact with probably at least 1 to 2 people that were unemployed. That's not the American dream. If the American dream is to have outrageous amounts of debt, have so many unemployed people, not even going into the fact that the United States has over 18 trillion, 186 billion, $186,700,800-ish. Wow. I don't know what to say. If this is the American dream, you can keep it. I don't want it. In my opinion, that's a crappy dream, really. To have such low rates of success and owe so much money for having such little success. It's crazy. In the United States, we also have extremely low minimum wage. As far as I can tell from the National Conference of State Legislatures website, it says that about the average minimum wage in the United States, or the highest minimum wage in the United States, is $9.50 per hour. I could tell you for a fact, in the state of Kentucky, significantly less. We have low wages, high amounts of debt, a ridiculous amount of national debt, high taxes. The American dream is not what it should be. I do shift some of the blame to the governments, because it's their job to regulate and keep this stuff from happening. It's also self-control as well. A lot of people don't have self-control. And I'm going to be honest, yes, whenever I see a nice thing I want to buy it. Yes, it happens. It's human. It is their wants, not needs, and they exist, and there's nothing we can do about it except moderate. Now, I'm going to leave you with this quote. If American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation and then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of all opportunity until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. The issuing power should be taken from the banks and restored to the people to whom its property belongs. Thomas Jefferson. I think that's all I've got for tonight. Think about it. Do you want the American dream? I'm not sure I do. Leave comments, like, subscribe, get the conversation started. Have a good night, Nerd Fighters. See you later.